Tuesday, December 31st, 2024, New Year's Eve. Um, this is not something I would celebrate. I don't find the turning of the calendar to be that big of a deal. Um, I certainly don't appreciate the the nightlife and aspects of going out. Um, you're going out to places that you would normally go, and they're just going to be more crowded and more expensive than usual. And the people that go out don't are just kind of the worst. Like the worst days of the year to go out are New Year's Eve and Valentine's Day. And people that don't really go out very much tend to go out on like New Year's Eve and Valentine's Day. And they don't know what they're doing, so that everything is just kind of awful. And they don't really like going out because the only time they go out is New Year's Eve and Valentine's Day, and like that's not exact. Like that's just it's just stupid. So it's amateur hour when you're out in public, and that's no fun. Um, and I just don't I just don't get the big deal. Um, I feel like you know every day is an opportunity to celebrate the day that's coming or the year ahead. I don't really recognize why the change of the calendar makes that big of a deal. We change, from month to month, 12 times a year. We change day to day, 365 times a year. This one doesn't necessarily seem any different to me, other than the fact that there's all this hoopla and expectation around it, which to me just makes it more loaded and an opportunity for disappointment, I think. So I don't really partake in that. I do feel like, um, I mean, this year specifically, the one that we're heading into, it's certainly not um, the way that I would have liked to have come into 2025. Um, but sort of along that vein, I just don't that you know people get reflective and think about the year that's passed and the year ahead, and but like I think you have the opportunity to do that all year, and I think that we shouldn't be relegating those kinds of ideas and sort of self-care and self-motivation and self-reflection and relegate that to just like one day a year or one time of year. That should be an ongoing process. And specifically coming into 2025 with the sort of hellscape that it looks like it's turning into, going potentially going to be, I think this is a great opportunity to remember that every day is a day to sort of celebrate that you're going to get to participate again. You get another chance at it. Uh, and you get another chance to seek out the joy. I think this year more than any is a great time to really focus on finding your own joy, whatever that is. Small moments, big moments, your own actions, the actions of others, however you want to define that. Um, and, you know, and just tune out all of the chaos and crap that's coming because it's too exhausting to spend every day enraged. It doesn't mean that you give up and you roll over and that there's no fight left. It's just about saving the energy for when the fight is needed, and not expending it on a daily basis on all of the bullshit and chaos that they're just trying to sow anyway. Um, Avoiding the media, I think, um, you know, from the feedback I've received from several of you viewers, I think we're all doing a little bit of, the news is not for me anymore, as much of a news junkie and a political junkie as I kind of have been. Um, I don't want to know every in and out anymore. Because this particular administration, we've done this once already, and it's just maddening to try to follow their nonsensical threads. When it comes down to threatening democracy and threatening our freedom, and I get like that's where we need to focus. But this day-to-day bullshit of, I want to buy Canada or Greenland or take over Panama. By the way, Panama that's a Putin grab because Russia's not allowed to go through the Panama Canal. So, like, it's also fucking puppetry, blatant puppetry of Putin. Um, And, the outrage that I feel towards my fellow Americans for putting us through this, I just can't feel that every day. So, it is just a reminder to say, hey, let's find the things that bring us joy and let's work on those. And literally, like everyday things. Sometimes just having no dirty dishes in my sink is like, that's a win. And that should be celebrated. Um, so, you know, let's take the time to make sure that we're taking care of ourselves and not overwhelming ourselves, because there's going to come a point when we need to be able to stand up, and have all of that, sort of anger and aggression, to be able to express it in a positive way. And let's not be tired when that day comes, or when those days come. So use the other days, to fill in that, that do something that rejuvenate you and bring you joy, because we only get one shot at this, so there's not any point in staying mad every day or getting mad at every little thing. Some stuff you just got to let go, and that's okay. um you know the Karens of the world will keep their haircuts and continue on their path of anger, and I want nothing to do with them, other than to point and laugh at how ridiculous that is a way to spend your time and energy. So that's I guess, my end of year message, which I never really thought I would do. Because, you know, after all, tomorrow, Scarlett, is just another day.